Alright, so these are two attempts from the clean and jerk earlier today. This is Jeff, one of our coaches on the right, one of our other coaches, Laura, on the left. Jeff's working with like 245, which would be a pretty big PR. Laura's working with, I think, 140, which is actually 5 pounds over her front squat PR. So this would be a huge PR for her. What we're going to see is causes and effect for missing two different situations. So first we're going to focus on the first pull. We worked on this with the snatch the other day. You're going to see both of them drive up. First thing I want to point out with is look at Jeff. Watch how he unloads himself and then reloads himself, snapping his elbows and his wrist, causing him to instantly miss his midline. Right there, you see that little jerk? He thinks he's going to rip the bar up to the heavens, and boom, look at his back. His midline's already gone. If we watch Laura as she initiates her pull, she just takes a deep breath, gets tight, starts pushing the weight back to her heels. Everything's nice and straight. Now what that causes is as we get to the top of the knee, Laura is able to slide her knees back, grab some tension in the hamstrings. Her back is still straight. Her shoulders are well out over the bar. Arms are still straight. If you look at Jeff, as he gets close to the top of the knee, he starts bending his arms early. He's not getting his knees back. He's not in a leveraged position. His shoulders are directly over the bar. His back is round. Zero tension in the hamstrings. Not getting any of that leverage that we try so hard to get. So we're just going to keep that in mind. Now, as we finish the top of the pool, both of them get pretty good extension up at the top. Laura's a little early, a little ahead, but that's all right. So full extension for Laura, and then a couple frames later, full extension for Jeff, even though he's got that early arm pull, which causes him to not get the bar as high as he normally would. So Laura's going to pull under, Jeff's going to pull under. Now what I want you to look at as you watch this, look at how Laura actively pulls the bar into her shoulders, keeping the bar from crashing onto her. Now if we look back over at Jeff, look at how much higher the bar is than his shoulders. And watch how this 245 pounds just crashes down onto his shoulders. Now he's already lost his midline earlier when we started the early arm bend and snapped those elbows at the start of the pull. So he's got no chance of letting that 245 land firmly. His midline's already shot. He's going to go crashing down like a ton of bricks. And a sack of flour. Sack of flour. Sack of flour. All right. If we look back at Laura, though, she actively pulls the bar into her shoulders. Her midline's still tight. She's able to sit down into the bottom and immediately start her drive straight up. She's trying as hard as she can to drive her knees out and push her hips forward, but due to, again, somewhat of a weak midline and not being able to get the glutes involved, her hips go back. Her knees come in slightly. That causes her to lose midline. Now she's got no more leg drive. She's trying as hard as she can. She's trying as hard as she can. She's trying as hard as she can. And eventually has to dump it. But that's a front squat PR for her. So if she would have been able to stand it up, she actually would have got a PR on her clean and her front squat. So that would have been pretty impressive. That's what we want. We want to be able to clean our front squat. Whatever our front squat max is, we want to be able to get under that bar, clean it, and if we miss, we want it to be because we weren't able to stand it up. Now at the same time, we want to be able to squat enough that that never happens. So Laura needs to go work on her front squats, where Jeff obviously still has a lot more in the tank. His front squat is a lot higher than what he has on the bar right there. He's obviously able to pull it high enough with poor technique. So if we can figure out some technique, get the midline a little bit safer, actively pull the bar into the shoulder so it doesn't crash down onto him, he's going to be able to kill that weight, and he'll be cleaning 300 in no time.